Hi everyone, my name is Iksha and I welcome you all to today's video. And I'm really excited for this one because this is going to be my first book review that I'm making in 2026. And today's video is very amazing and interesting because I am going to be talking about the book that I'm recently reading. So I hope that you watched this video till the end, and I hope that I will be able to convey my message nicely. And you can also follow me on the Instagram too. I started reading Pride and Prejudice, and it is my first book that I'm reading in 2026. And I have started reading this book and I became so amazed because I was like, wow, this book has been written in a very beautiful manner. And I just want to talk about today that why this book is still relevant and is still so good in this day and age too. Because I mean, this book has been written over 2000 years ago, and I'm like, still people read this book, quote this book, adapt this book, and film has been made on this book also. So I was like, why this book is still so good and is still so relevant with every single one? Because I think with the on the surface it looks like that this book is about manners, marriage, people, high class living. But if you look at it, then I think this book understands human nature very well. So I'm going to talk about points and find out that why Pride and Prejudice is such a classic. So let's talk about the first point. So I think the first point that I find really amazing is that the characters in the book are flowable and they are just like humans too. They are like us too. Because if you see Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy, so Elizabeth is a very intelligent and a very witty person. She's not just a very submissive girl of like we can think that, okay, if this book is written so many centuries ago, a girl can be very simple or very submissive. No, she's not like that. She's very intelligent, witty. She knows how to have opinions and she knows how to take decisions for her life. And now, if I talk about Mr. Darcy, so I think Mr. Darcy is not romanticized in the book at all. Like, no, not at all. Because he's a very socially awkward person and he is very emotionally repressed too. So I think both the characters are very humane, and that's why I think people connect to these characters very well too. Now, the second point that I want to talk about is that the novel is about growth. It's not about romance, or it's not about a love story or about finding the one or the perfect one. I mean, Mr. Darcy does not get Elizabeth by being very mysterious, by being very rich, and by being having it all. No, he does not get her, because he had to learn humility. He had to learn his mistakes and the wrongdoings that he did, and everything. And that's why Elizabeth falls in love with him. And on the other hand, we also see the growth in the Elizabeth's character, because she also learned to let go of her pride that was disguised as independence in the book. So I think definitely the second point is the main reason that why this book is still a classic. So now the third point that I want to talk about is the first impressions as a moral trap. So I think that sometimes we also, even today, we also judge people on the first time, and we judge them by how they're speaking to others and how they have dressed. But I think sometimes first impressions can be wrong, because in the book also Elizabeth does not get very impressed by Miss Darcy at first, but then slowly she understands him and she slowly like learns her character and everything that it goes around in the book. So I think sometimes first impression can be wrong about people. So yes, I think that is the third point in the book. And one of the most interesting thing that I find about this book is that its first title, that was First Impressions. So that definitely the third point proved itself in its own, because some first impressions cannot be always be right about people. Now the next point I think is that love is conditional on character's growth. So I think in this book it has been shown very clearly that love does not love you don't get love by being desirable. I mean, you have to become a better person. You have to become a very good and kind person in order for people to fall in love with you. You have to be something. You have to be something good. That's just like Mr. Darcy become a better person for Elizabeth, and she always knew that he's gonna become better for him only. On the other hand, Elizabeth also changes because not just she loves Darcy, but she also realizes that she has been unjust and wrong too. Now the next point I think makes the book very classic in its own, because I think people forget that the moral and the social pressure that women had at that time of getting married or getting married into a good house or good home, because people mistook marriage as the whole message of the book, because women did get married because they had to get married and they had the pressure that they had to face in order to get married. Now, I think the last point that I would like to talk about is why this book does not age at all. Because you don't read this book at the same way you read it when you were, I think, 20 or 30 or 35. Because this book definitely going to give you message differently at the different time you're gonna read. This book does not try to flatter its readers. It wait for them to catch up, and then just you can just go with it. You can read this book many times and you will get a different message every time you read it. I think if you haven't read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, then you should definitely start reading this book, because this book is a classic and it proves that it is a classic because it understands the bad impressions and everything very well. And the book has been done very amazingly that you can literally visualize everything that you're reading. And this book is beautiful and it's really amazing to learn about the way people used to live in the past time. So I think definitely you should read this book. So I hope that I was able to convey my message that I wanted to say, that why this book is such a classic even today. And I tried to find points that I think are the reason why this book does not age at all. So I hope that you liked the video and I hope you have watched it till the end. And I will try to make book reviews in the future too. Thank you for watching.